today I am transcending the boundaries of time and space to bring you Sins of a Galactic Empire. Now this mod has recently been released again, and it's now got a new version. There are lots of updates from the previous versions. As you can see here, we've got a whole new UI on the go. So what I want to do is I just want to jump in and see what we come up with. We've got several options here. We've got supercaps enabled and random events, which are now in game. I think we're going to leave the pirates active for this if everybody's happy with that, and let's just go for fast research speeds, because that will allow us to just move a little bit more quickly and see how we go. We're going to play on a medium map, that's up to 4 players, and I am going to play as the Empire. Now, I'm not very good at this game, but we're going to leave these things on normal just to see what happens. Now, Lavo has made quite a lot of updates and rearrangements to the way the AI works, and that means the AI is pretty aggressive and pretty hardcore, frankly, so it's entirely possible that I'm going to get killed immediately. We'll see what happens, though. Now, let's see if we can take the Empire to victory. Grand Moff Dukat reporting in. Now, in addition to the UI changes, there's a lot more going on in-game. There's a lot of ships being reworked, several effects, new cap ship explosions, and it's all looking absolutely beautiful. I did have a quick play earlier on before I started doing this video, and I'm really thoroughly enjoying myself. Okay, for anybody who is new to the game and hasn't played it before, you're going to notice one pretty immediate difference, and that is your capital ships have 998 available slots. I'm just going to pause the game here so I don't get too far behind. Now what that means is this is a fairly cap ship focused game in comparison to some of the Sins mods that you may have played. That is good news because, well, we're playing as the Empire, and what do we need lots of? Oh, Imperial Star Destroyers. And here we've got several different classes. We have the Tector class, we have the Imperial 2, another Imperial 2. Now, as you can see here, there are quite a few different Star Destroyers, and each of them has different abilities and different capabilities. So what I'm going to look for here is something that can take planets, and here we are. The 4th ability down there is Invasion. So we're going to choose one of those, and to go with it, how about we have Heavy Tractor Beams? That sounds good, the Imperial Star Destroyer Class 2. Okay, so what else can we have? Let's have a look at our combat ships here. The Carrack Class Light Cruiser is an extremely fast frigate that provides fleets with additional expendable firepower. And we have the Nebulon B2 that we can have immediately. Supplement fleets and provide them with additional expendable firepower. And I don't want any of these things. Yes. So let's go with... we'll have one Nebulon B. Okay. We'll unpause the game and let those start constructing. In addition to that, I think I'm going to need a couple of civic research stations. You'll also notice that the scale is quite different.
We're on the move.
As you can see, the planets are much larger in comparison to stock Sins, which provides a real sense of scale. But, as you know, with Sins you can zoom right into the ships. There they are, looking beautiful as always. And that gives you the sense of grand scale that Star Wars has. While we're at it, let's just send these little frigates off. Now, I've noticed that these assassin class here, they've got a flak burst. So perhaps including a couple of those in my main fleet is going to be useful because it will allow me to combat enemy fighters. However, I don't have enough fleet capacity at this point. Let's jump into the research screen and see what we can find. Okay. Let's have a look here. Declaration of a new order. Well, that minuses our relationship bonus with any other races. At this point, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight for the Insulated Archaeology Type 1, and that allows us to take certain planets on board. And I'm also going to take the Boss Customs Registry, because that's going to allow us a bit of trade. What does this do? Modular Architecture. Ooh, yeah, so let's have a couple of levels of that, and we're going to go for the ore mining as well. At this point we're out of money, so we're going to have to just wait. And, oh, there's our Imperial Star Destroyer constructing. Shouldn't be long now, let's have a shufty. It's about 75% done, so... And let's see what we've found. Okay. As you can see, the planet textures have been pretty extensively revamped as well for this mod, in addition to their little icons when you zoom out onto the galaxy map. Previously the icons were a little bit garish, so Lava's taken some time and changed those and made them look a little bit better and a little bit more in keeping with their sins, which is very, very nice. I'm really liking the simplicity and the cleanliness of this new UI.
Structure complete.
Which is excellent. Lava has done some more graphical modifications, as you can see here, looking at the arse end of this tug. He has a new bloom effect in place, which is actually making the engines appear that much better. And he's extensively re-UV mapped lots of the ships, not all at this point, he's still working on that. But in general, they're looking absolutely beautiful. There are a couple of new ship models in. This Star Destroyer is one of them. Oh, here he is. And this was actually made by Max of Armada 3 for him. It's looking quite nice. There were some initial teething problems with it, with the tangent mapping, but that's now been fixed and it's looking fantastic. What can we build on this fella? We can build TIE fighters and TIE bombers at this point. Looks like I'm going to need to research in order to get any more advanced fighters, so let's have 2 fighters and 4 bombers. And immediately we're going to get our invasion. Hopefully this fellow will get over there and we can see what that is.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
That also requires archaeology type 2, so we're not in the most fortuitous of positions here. Let's just build some more civic research stations and see if we can get type 2 archaeology. Not quite yet. In order to get that, we're going to have to... Whoopsie daisy. I have made an error. There we go. Another bit more logistics capacity, and that should allow us to build the 4th civic research station, and that will unlock my ability to research these fellows here. That requires 650, so we're going to sell a little bit of our, what is it, neutronium, and we're going to buy some lomite. Or lomite, you can tell me how to say that, ladies and gentlemen. I am not one for knowing how to say things. Okay, we've got our 2nd Star Destroyer building. And which one do you think I should go for first? Let's have a look. We've got 3 Marauder classes, a Semtex class and a Dreadnought at this planet, and an Acclimator class at this one. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go directly for this volcanic planet here, just by virtue of the fact that it's got slightly less defenders and it's going to allow me the opportunity to build up a little further before attacking the better defended planets. And it's a beautiful planet texture. Well, look at that. Look at that bad boy. Oh, beautiful. Right then. Let's see how far we are along. Because we don't want to wait forever, ideally. Good, 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 good.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
A large Terran planet. That sounds like it's going to be a tax powerhouse to me. However, it does appear to have all the defenders in the world. Or in the universe. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there were a lot of defenders around the planet, and I didn't like it. So,
awaiting orders.
Here is our new cruiser. Once again, we're going to build 2 fighters and 4 bombers. And here is an important thing about Sins. Oh, that's beautiful. About Sins of the Galactic Empire. There are certain capital ships that you get. Now, as a rule of thumb, they're a little bit cheaper than the capital ships that allow you to purchase your upgrades. These have a standardised upgrade. Now, they do level like a normal cap ship does, and they will get tougher and their firepower will get a little bit better. However, you are not going to be able to take on board any more abilities. This has an iron cannon salvo and a heavy tractor beam. And that's as it's going to stay. These aren't going to improve anymore as you go along. You will, in fact, have to have a different capital ship for that. Right, so we have our little fleet. Let's group them together.
Roger that.
And we're going to go straight for this volcanic planet. Here they go. Now, I believe some of the fighter meshes have also been redone a little bit. There they are. Oop, zipping around like crazy. And let's see if we can get another TIE fighter without me breaking the game. Oop, yep. I'm not going to manage this, am I?
Come in, TACCOM.
Come in, TACCOM. I can't see you, TACCOM. Well, we're going to give up on that. It's just not working out. You zippy little fighters, you. Oh, no, we're definitely going to give up. there is no joy to be had here. Now, Lavo's civilian defense trees have been significantly redone, and his military research trees were pretty much finalized in the last version. They have been augmented a little bit, and there are some new string entities. And what strings are is they are the descriptions. So as you hover over something, it will tell you what it does. For example, spin-sealed Tabana gas improves the rate of fire. Some of these entries have been redone in order to give you a better idea as to how these things are going to improve.
Hyperspace jump.
Here we go. Here goes the hyperspace. Chunk. Let's do this. Here we are. I bet this guy couldn't do the Kessel run in 4 parsecs. Now immediately I know I'm going to get some comments on that saying it wasn't 4 parsecs, but meh.
Phase jump complete.
Close enough. I'm Gul Dukat. I'm not just any Cardassian, I don't know things.
Come in, TACOM,
Okay,
over.
let's see how our fighters and bombers deal with this. This is the Marauder class they're facing. Now this seems to be an expendable militia unit. It's quite lightly armed and armoured. Wow, look at that. There it goes. Let's have a look at that explosion. Beautiful. And we're now squaring off against this Dreadnought class. Hopefully that's going to go down in fairly short order. Doesn't stand a hope in hell. Now one thing that I found in this particular mod that is a little bit more unique than some other mods
Research complete.
is that fighters, they play a larger role, they are more damaging against many types of vessel and structure. However, they are weak. If you have a reasonable anti-fighter capability in your fleet, such as ships with flak burst, etc., they will go down incredibly easily. So you've got to use your resources wisely if you group your fighters together and perhaps back them off until you've destroyed the anti-fighter capability of the enemy, then send them in a great big wave. Then you tend to do very beautifully with fighters. However, ships, for example, this Syntax class here, which is just blown up, now that is an anti-fighter vessel. And as you can see, I've pretty much got no fighters left as a result of that. That was my error there.
Ready.
Let's colonise this
Moving
world.
into position.
And it appears that we've lost all of our scouting vessels, so let's build a couple more and see where we can go.
We're on the move.
We're on the move.
Frigate reporting.
There they are. Let's get them to do a bit of auto exploring. And where are we? We're just about to colonise this planet, and once we do, I think we're actually going to bite the bullet and we're going to go for this dwarf magma planet here, because it's got a huge amount of resources associated with it, and I think we could really make use of that for the glory of the
A new
Emperor.
colony has been founded.
Okay, ships.
Navigating to coordinates.
Off you go. Okay. And here's another thing worth noting. With the Sins of a Galactic Empire mod, you are going to come across some planets that are quite high in resource aggregation, so this has got a lot of resource asteroids around it. Looks like mostly neutronium resource asteroids. They don't necessarily have the ability for you to build up your civilian infrastructure, so tax-wise you're always going to be losing money around these planets. Now, in order to help that and supplement it, what I tend to do is I ensure that I have a spaceport. And if you do have a spaceport, that's going to generate you some trade income, and that will offset the fact that you're getting currently minus 3.7 tax income on these particular worlds.
Calculating jump to light speed.
Now then, let's have a look over here, and in order to further supplement that, let's build one of those there as well. So that's another spaceport. We're actually going to expand and build upon our trade lanes, and that will allow us to generate more trade port income. Is there anything else that we can research in the meantime? It's a good idea to up our crystal and ore mining. while we do it, so let's pump some resources into that. There we go. Particularly the crystal, because we're lagging behind with crystal in comparison to metal at the moment, or should I say lumite in comparison to neutronium. What's this over here?
Frigate reporting.
That's an assassin class, that's fine. You do your thing, assassin class.
Structure complete.
Make sure that our vessels are sufficiently healed to go back into combat. That sounds reasonable to me. Lava's mod also includes moons around the planets. There's a thing looking suitably like Yavin. And that's a nice little addition. It makes the universe feel a little bit more full and complete.
Structure complete.
And not currently visible,
Jumping to light speed.
there are new skyboxes, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to video effects, I'm going to turn colored skyboxes off and then back on, and they still don't appear. I shall ask Lava about that.
Structure complete.
It may have something to do with a particular star that I'm around at the moment. Skyboxes appear differently for every star that you're around, and it may be that Lava has chosen to include certain star boxes around certain stars and not around this one, just for a differentiation. Okay, looks like my ships are off.
Structure complete.
They're going to do their thing. Now this is going to be a little bit more of a hard fight, but I'm confident
Awaiting order.
that the Imperium can manage.
Initiating attack.
I realise I should say the Empire, but there we are.
Bogies bearing 09er.
Okay, let's send my fighters in. Now it appears that the Acclimator has some form of anti-fighter capability, so I don't think I'm going to be all that successful attacking this with my fighters. But both of my ISDs are piling in with their heavier weapons, and she doesn't stand a chance. Webbles. These are the red moons. Let's see how we're doing. All shall fall before the might of Dukat. Okay, there goes that acclimate. That marauder should go down in extremely short order. As I say, it's just an expendable piece of firepower. Oh, there it goes. And onto the second acclimator.
Structure complete.
Dreadnoughts are the dreadnought is taking a little time arriving, and the Syntax classes are no threat to my ISDs. I'm not too concerned about those. There we go. Got a secondary angle of fire now on what appears to be the dreadnought. There it is. Yep. They don't like it up 'em. No, sir. We've uncovered a large rusty planet. That's interesting. Its culture spread is a little bit negative, however its trade income is extremely high. But look at those defences. It's got 5 refit dreadnoughts, 12 normal dreadnoughts, and 9 DP-20s. Now I believe they're long-range missile vessels. 6 acclimators and 8 marauder classes. Our fleet is in no fit state to be able to take those on. No fit state at all. So we're a little bit hemmed in here. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to, after we've taken this world, we're going to have to build up our fleet a little bit in order to further expand. The acclimator is close to going down, and the dreadnought still in reasonable nick, but it will go down, I guarantee it. There it goes. Now at this point we haven't come into contact with any of the other races playing, so let's have a quick look and see what they are. We have the Alderaanian Resistance. They look like they're going to be an alliance side. What the alliance is, that's the Rebel Alliance. We have the Intergalactic Banking Clan. I expect them to be a CIS side. And the Yuuzhan Vong Empire. The Vong are something primarily from Star Wars literature. And they are a race that invaded the galaxy several years after Yavin 4, I believe. And they have a certain hatred for technology.
Destination confirmed.
And Lava's done a great job actually bringing them to life, because they don't appear in any of the films, and they don't appear in any of the contemporary programs. However, they are appearing in lots of the literature. There may have been a mini-series made about them, I'm not sure. I haven't seen it if there is. Automated mining rigs. Research complete. Delightful.
A new colony
Has been founded. We're now going to move our fleet back
Coming about.
to our volcanic planet, because that will allow them to defend it in any emergency situations. It appears that at this point, I'm the one who is likely to be attacked by the pirates, so we should be aware of that. Once again, this is another resource-heavy planet, which is going to give us lots and lots of resources. But in order to supplement that, once again, we need a spaceport. Our income is still acceptable. It's not wonderful, but it is acceptable. What we could do is we can build another civic research station around this world and see if we can do any further research which will supplement our earnings. We're going to build orbital refineries and huge cargo holds which will increase the value of our trade. But more importantly, we need to supplement our fleet quite badly. As you can see, in this particular mod there is only one line
Preparing
of
for
fleet
hyperspace
provision.
jump.
Because we already have the ability to build an almost limitless amount of capital ships, it means the only thing that's required is more fleet provisioning, which is the fleet supply cost from the standard mod, from the standard game I should say. Okay, so let's research the first one of those and see what we can do. Now, I think it might be wise for me to get a couple more Imperial Star Destroyers. Now these are relatively expensive, so Victory class, that is one of the smaller, lighter variants, and consequently is cheaper. However, I think what I would like to get is a Tector class. They are quite expensive, but I have plenty of neutronium. So let's sell a load of that. And all we need now is a couple of hundred. Ah, great success. We're going to be building a Tector class now. Now what don't we have? We don't have an Imperial 1 class Star Destroyer, so I think it might be wise for us to build one of those just to see what the difference is ability-wise. Its hull and shields are perfectly acceptable. But we do, however, need a little more metal. Okay, I'm going to have to wait a little while.
Calculating jump to light speed.
Okay, if you like what you've seen so far, let me know, and I'm planning to do a further video on this in the near future. However, I've run out of time for today because, sadly, I have to go to work. It's most unfortunate, but I'll catch up with you soon, ladies and gentlemen, and you let me know what you think, you let me know what you want to know. In the next video, hopefully we're going to progress a little bit further and we'll move on to our super capital ship production, because Lava has a unique system for that I'll be detailing. And then I hope to see you then.